Okay, guys, so let's start. I see maximum people have joined. Few are still pending. Can you guys hear me well and see my screen? Maybe one or two
Yes.
confirmation is enough.
Yes, sir.
Thank you.
Yep.
Yes, sir.
Yes. Shahid, you had a question. Did Shahid join? Shahid, let me check the names, guys. I think he has not joined. Okay, so while he is joining, anyone else has any question? If no further questions, guys, I'll proceed and a few more things which I have to share it with you guys. So as soon as they are completed, we can get started with our course. So anyone has any questions, guys?
No.
Okay, so let's proceed. Yeah, no problem, guys. Okay, so we're talking about this Excel file. Okay, let me share it with you. I have shared the link with everyone. It's there in the group also. It was sent in the email and it's there on LinkedIn. It's everywhere. So guys, it's a request that you please come here, update your name, update your email address. This is very crucial, guys. Okay, because without this, I have already prepared a script to send emails. I've already prepared a script to send emails and add you to distribution list. And even when we go further and when it comes to assigning access on a subscription as your portal, I will be using these emails. Okay, and when it comes to blocking on Zoom, because today I have just shared the link everywhere, right? I'll have to talk to the team. I'll have to check that how many of we are enrolling. Definitely we are not enrolling 30 of you, and I'm sure few of you after first lecture, few of you will enroll, few of you will not enroll. Maybe it's not suitable for you, maybe you don't like the way I train. It could be anything, could be any reason, but I'm sure not all of you who are available today will be continuing the course, right? So we'll amend this list definitely. But whoever is interested, guys, this link is available. Please make sure bare minimum your name and your email address is there. At least these two information. Because with the help of this email address, I'm going to run a script to assign you guys some accesses on Azure portal. And without the portal, you guys will not be able to work. So if you guys there, if anyone is there in that call, in this call, okay, and this doesn't apply to people who are joining for revision from old batch. I already have your email addresses. I already have the complete information, so you guys don't have to worry about it. People who are joining, who all are joining this batch for the first time, if you plan to continue and if you do not see your name here, please make sure you go ahead and add your name here and add your email address. Ganesh, I guess I have your email address, but let's say if you can access this file and update your email address, please do that. Okay, because I'm going to use this email address here. Ilyas, I think Ilyas, you have joined, right? But I have not received your email address, so please update your email address whenever you
not
have
able
access.
to. Sure, will do.
This is not going to work on mobile, guys. I told you the whole course we are talking about, it's not going to work on phone. And yes, good, good it reminded me. Yes, just a minute, we'll take your question. So good it reminded me, guys, you do not have to purchase any laptop for this course. As far as you have a basic laptop or PC or even your office PC, that should be enough, because the Azure portal, everything works on internet. What you need is just a basic laptop. Even if it is 2 GB or 4 GB, that will be more than enough for you. So you do not have to spend a single penny for this course. You want to purchase a laptop for yourself, that's a different thing. For this course, you do not have to purchase any laptop, anything extra. Okay, so this is the sheet I'm talking about. Fill this information. After this, I'm going to copy the same name, or there's a formula, it will already get copied in the attendance sheet. So make sure you come here, and these are just two examples. These are people from I think first batch. These are just examples. Okay.
Hi, Sohail.
Yes,
Sorry to interrupt you. Sohail, I can just see one screen. I'm not able to see the other screen. If you're talking about some sheet, I just see the one which says Zoom converting the meeting recording. That's all I see.
What about others?
Yeah, even same.
Same,
Yeah,
sir.
I am
Same.
able to see
Same,
the
sir.
Same everyone.
Okay,
Yeah.
and
Screen
you are
got
telling this
stuck,
to me
I
now.
think.
Guys, please make sure that. Okay, let me see. So now you can see this screen. So I hope you can see we have very
Yeah.
less to
Yeah.
cover
we
now.
yeah.
We are only
Yes, sir.
these topics to cover, and then we can get started with your questions, guys. Please mute yourself, guys. Let me see what's happening here. Let me share the actual screen on which I'm talking. But if something happens like this, please make sure that you uh, say it at the beginning itself. It happens sometimes with Zoom. Can you see
Yes, sir.
the correct screen now?
Yes, yes, sir.
Yes.
Okay, so let me quickly repeat myself. Though I'm sure all of you are aware of this Excel file. So this is the file I was talking about. Ganesh, I have your email address, but you try to update it. Ilyas, please try to update your email addresses. This
Yes,
information,
sure.
it's
Indeed,
if you
Ahmed.
give it to me, it's good for me. I accordingly I can in background I keep on searching job for you. I keep on you know I keep on amending the course for you because when I go through this, I see, okay, this person he has done BCA, so I'm sure he has some understanding. This person is from B, I'm sure he has understanding on network. No, it's a normal thing in engineering if it is from computers. Okay, looking at this, I know this person is from BCom, so I know I have to teach something extra to him. But he's from BCom, but I see he's working in network domain, so I don't have to focus on networking. So this is how I utilize this information. Current company, it's completely up to you. You want to keep it confidential, you can keep it confidential. You don't have to fill it, it's okay. It's not necessary. If you want to fill it, it's up to you. But this information I can use it to customize the course for you and customize the material study material for you. So try to fill this
Yes,
information.
Sohel,
Email,
I did try to open this link to fill the form, but it's not opening at all.
I think many people complain. I think that's some issue. Was that your question, Shahid?
Yes.
Okay, yeah, I tried asking you. I think you joined a little bit late. I wanted to start
Yeah.
with your question, but yeah. So I think I got this complaint from many of people, but it has nothing to do with me. It is directly on the Google Drive, and it has been shared already. So I think there's some issue with Google Drive. We can try maybe tomorrow or something, or I'll see if even I am facing the problem. I'll move it
Yeah.
somewhere. Though I don't do it, I told you. Whoever does that, I'll let them know that is the case. And if it is only Google's issue, we'll just wait for a day or so, and it will be available.
Yeah.
Okay, but try to do it on PC. It doesn't work on mobile phone. Okay, so
No,
put
I
your
tried on the
information here.
laptop. Yeah.
Yes, put your information here, guys. Don't worry, first two session, one session, two session, I'm making sure that I send invitation to everyone, even people who are not added to the group. I've asked the team to send them invitation. I'm sure a few of you are not added to group and you have got the invitation separately, right? So I first
Yeah.
or two session will take care of that. But that should not be the case. We should not be spending our time in this. That is the reason we do automation even in our classes, and even when we go to on role jobs, etc. We'll focus on automation more. Okay, though we are not doing DevOps, but still automation will come. Automation is nothing but minimizing the work. For example, I told you the attendance sheet. Here I don't have to copy your name. I'll put some formula, maybe just name will get copied here. Whatever changes are being done here, it will get copied here. Okay, so fill this form first, this sheet. Payment, etc. You can discuss on that number. Okay, yeah, one thing good, guys, you remind good, it is here. Please do not have any payment related discussion, leave related discussion, or any discussion here in these recording sessions or in our technical session. I want to utilize this fully to the technical. Okay, any issue you have that you're gonna let's say I can give example. In my previous batch, one person joined 3 sessions and some unfortunately thing happened and he was not able to join any of the session. He wanted to join the next batch, but he wanted to discuss that here, so I stopped him. Do not do that. He discussed it later and he joined the previous batch also, and luckily he got the job also. So any sort of discussion which is not related to technical, let's not waste our time here. Okay, you can do that on the number which you guys have. Okay, so is this clear, this form?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, next one is subscription detail. I'll explain it to you. Before that, attendance. So these are dummy students, I mean from the first batch, so let's ignore them. Here I am expecting every one of you, don't even put the absent. Whenever you're present, just come here. It's not even case sensitive. You just have to mark. For example, today you are present, mark P. You are present, mark P. You are present, mark P. Someone who's not there, they won't mark anything. Someone who's here, they'll mark this one, something like this. Okay. Why is it there? I told you that I'm not a teacher. You guys are not student. There's no goodies I'm gonna give it to you because you have good attendance, and there is no punishment which I can give it to you because you are absent. I'm not asking any note, nothing like that, nothing. Why is it there? This is here so we can have the total attendance count. You yourself can evaluate that how much efforts you guys have put. Okay, you don't worry, I won't even come here and check, and no one is going to judge you here. And if you want it, if you don't want your name, just maybe uh, type some random name which you understand, but I won't recommend that. Let me also see that who is joining. But we are not judging anyone. Just because you were present, let's say someone was present for whole batch, that does not mean that I'm going to give him the job, or I am in a position to give him the first job. No. And if even if I'm getting some openings, etc., I will not be doing this, that okay, who attended, let me refer that person. No, that is not the case. This has nothing to do with that. Why is it there? It is for your efforts, so you can check that how much efforts you are putting. And more than that, and which I think the serious one, or and the more useful thing feature of this attendance sheet is, if you are not here, let's say someone is not here, he attended here, he attended here, he is not here. So now he knows whether where he missed on this day. This person will know, okay, I missed 5th August session. Let me go back to recording and check the 5th August. But because whenever I update recording, it will have date, it will have session, and it will have everything. So you know that okay, I missed one session on 5th of August. It was session number 1. Let me go back to recording and check. And if you do not have track, you will not even understand that which one did you miss and which you have to revise. For example, though I do not encourage that, what do you call that, mass bunk? I do not encourage that. Do not do that at all. For example, let's say all of you were absent, or maximum of you were absent on this date. Okay, maybe only few were present, and here I have completed very crucial topic like migration or VNet peering. I myself can check and I'll see, okay, only few people have joined, and this is very crucial topic, and I'm sure that this is going to come in interview, that this is going to come. So I will make sure that I repeat that session and give one more session to all of you. So this is how I'm going to use this attendance sheet. Still after that, if someone wants, nay, I do not want to do it, it looks childish to me, it looks kiddish to me, feel free to do that. If you do not want to fill, it's completely fine with me. Is it clear, guys, till here?
Yes.
Yeah, thank you.
Yes,
Okay,
sir.
now this Excel is hanging. It's definitely there's some issue with Google Drive. Wanted to discuss this as your subscription details. I'll come back to that. Meanwhile, let's take if you guys have any questions till the time this becomes normal. Yes, Ajaz.
Sohail bhai.
Hmm.
Hello.
Yes, yeah, I can hear you. Tell me.
Listen, if at all I miss my class for this weekend and I want to see that class, like you will be uploading the videos on the YouTube, right? So at the end of this complete batch, you'll be uploading, or daily you'll be uploading, on every weekend you'll be uploading the new classes.
That I'm not sure of. I told you that I do not decide that how are we going to put it on YouTube. But for people who have enrolled for the classes, for you guys it will be available from day one. Whether it is, even if it is on YouTube, it will not be available publicly. It will be available via access, and maybe email based access, maybe on Google or Microsoft Drive, anywhere. But for people who are enrolling, for them it will be available from day one. Let's say now we finish this session at 4 o'clock, maybe 5 or by 6 o'clock, or maximum by tomorrow, you will have all this recording available for you, people who have enrolled. Publicly we have to put it or not, I don't decide that,
No,
because
no,
it
I
should
meant
not.
to ask about these classes only for the
Yeah, got it.
revisions.
Yeah, got it. So for you it will be available from day one, don't worry about it. So even if you miss it
Okay,
today,
thank you.
5 o'clock, 7 o'clock, you will have the recording available for you.
Okay, okay,
Sohel, I have a query here. Like, since we don't have a experience in this particular domain, and we are a fresher and without certification, how is it going to be? Like, how can we join the new job?
Your question and certification, those two are irrelevant things. Okay, and guys, one more thing, whenever I'm being harsh while answering, do not discourage yourself. You can mute yourself, Shahid, if you're done with your question. So whenever, even here, not even here, in technical questions also, when I cross question you something, okay, so do not think that I'm irritated with your question or you ask a silly question. When I'm cross questioning you or when I'm using a harsh answer, this is just for your practice, because you're going to face this in your interview. Okay, for sure. So do not worry about it. Even in technical, you will definitely experience this when we go ahead with courses. If you give me one answer, I'm definitely going to ask you a rebuttal. I'll ask you, why do you think that? Why not this? Why this? So I'm not being mean and I'm not irritated with your questions. I'm just I'm just preparing you guys for the interview. Coming back to your thing. So certification and job has nothing to do with each other. Just because you're fresher and you have a certification, no one is giving you a job. For sure, no one is giving you a job. I can give you a certification right away, just within 2 hours. It takes 2 hours for an exam. I can prepare you and I will do some magic and you can get a certificate by today evening. But that does not mean you're going to get a job. So if you guys have that in your mind, remove it completely. Certification and jobs, they have nothing to do with each other. Knowledge definitely has. How would you portray your knowledge? Even if you're a fresher, you can show that you worked with UT-Kloud as an intern. And what did you do as an intern? That I'm going to show you a long list of, or let me show it to you. Let's see if we have some. I'm not sure if we have it right away. Let me check if I have some Azure resume which we used for our old batches. A sample resume maybe. Let me see. No, I don't think so. I have available. I deleted that, but that's okay. I'll share it with you. I'll let you know, guys, that how to. And I told you this is going to
Mhm.
come, but not now. It's gonna take some time. Don't worry about it now. Uh, okay, I got one. Let me share it with you. I'll drag it to this screen. I'm just waiting for that to open. Here it is. So this certification, it is there or it is not there. It doesn't matter. Trust me on this. It doesn't matter. Maybe few package and etc. here and there, it's fine. But more than this, it has no value. What has value? It's your knowledge. How are you going to show your knowledge? Look at this. This is what you can write in your resume. Experienced people, how to write, we'll discuss that when that stage comes. For example, this person came from SAP. Whoever this resume was, I've changed the name, and this person is working as an architect now in TCS. Okay, he was working on SAP. So because he had a lot of experience, 10 plus years, so we could not show everything on Azure. So we manipulated that, showed something in SAP and something on Azure. So if you have 3-4 years of experience, we'll show it completely on Azure. If you're a fresher, we'll show that you're working with UT-Kloud as an technical intern. As an intern, you're doing your internship. As an intern, what are your roles and responsibilities? These are your roles and responsibilities. These are the keywords and these are the skills which is going to get you an interview call. This is not getting you an interview call for sure. This is definitely not attracting anyone. We all know what are the value of the certificates and etc. So do not have that correlation. I'm not saying it's useless. Okay, it will be useful, but for the first job at this stage, this is not attracting any call. What is attracting calls? These skills, this skill set, and these roles and responsibilities. You put in your resume, you'll definitely start getting calls. That is how you attract calls. Then coming back to clearing the interview, again, this knowledge is not helping you to clear the interview. This certificate, this symbol, this badge, it's not helping. Just because you are an Azure administrator, someone will look at your certification and give you the job. No, that is not happening. Okay, you are Azure administrator, you are Microsoft certified, let's onboard. Definitely not happening. In fact, when you're Azure administrator certified, I'll ask you 3 questions extra. Okay, you did certification, you should know this. You did certification, you should know that. Certification terms are very different. You guys can go to the uh, WhatsApp group, click on the link and check that. It has a different study altogether. Your questions will be extra for sure, but you're not getting job just because they see this on your resume. How are you getting calls? How are you attracting calls? By using uh, these skill set and these roles and responsibilities. And how are you justifying them? How are you answering on them? Just because you have written on it on your resume, VMSS, deployment of migration, configuration, this one implementation of high availability. Okay, just because a Bastion, very hot topic, Azure network experience, VPN, express route, traffic manager, load balancer. I mean, half of the Azure is covered here. Trust me on this. More than half of the Azure is covered here. Landing zone. So just because you have written it here, that does not mean you're getting a job. This is to get you a call. And to get you a job, you will have to talk about this. You'll have to explain this. That knowledge you'll get in the training. In these 3 months, we are going to do that. Again and again, we'll be repeating that, and I'm sure you guys will understand. So there is no correlation between your uh, certification and job. Knowledge has correlation for sure. Yes, Ganesh.
Very good afternoon, Soil sir. First of all, my name is Ganesh Chandgude, and first of all, thank you for giving me this opportunity. Actually, I'm so sorry. I just joined. Okay, I was driving. That's the reason I joined late. I have few question. If may I ask?
Yeah, yeah, please.
All right, thank you. First of all, sir, actually, I've been working with Infosys since past 1.5 year. Okay, and actually, I joined your last batch for some days. Then I wasn't able to join, but right
Hmm.
now I had I have already decided that I have to continue this batch, and here am I. So the question I have is like. So I'm working with Infosys, and I totally have 6 years experience in different domain. Okay, so
Hmm.
right now, so as I'm going to continue this session, this whole training session, so how will I show my experience in Azure? Okay, after completing the session and the training. First question. Second question is that even if I prepare for the interview, as you mentioned that it has not to do with the certificate, right?
Hmm.
I just need a good knowledge of the Microsoft Azure. So will I be getting good hike on my current package, or I do have to show this as a fresher in the other companies?
Okay, answering the first question, you can mute yourself if you're done with your question. First
Yes.
question, maybe as you said, you joined late, so we have already discussed that the resume building will come, not now, after 2 months. So I'll guide you what to show in your resume, how to show it in your resume, how to write. We have dedicated session on resume building, so do not worry. Even if it is given in my brochure, that we have a dedicated session where I'll be teaching you how to prepare your resume and how to prepare the job portals like Naukri, Monster, Shine, etc. So do not worry about that. Talking about the next question, again, certification has nothing to do with the package. When we take the interview or when anyone takes the interview, an interviewer will start asking you some technical questions, and based on your answer, he will start marking you. And once you have the final score, let's say every company has different scorecard. Okay, someone have grades, someone have numbers, percentage, that's a different. Just for the sake of it understanding, let's say a company has 100% numbers. Okay, and the way you are answering, I'll start marking you, and after that, if I see that you are at 70%, I'll pull you, or I'll recommend you for some L1 project. There they will have a limit of package. For L1 we can give maximum 10 lakhs. If you have given interview very good, brilliantly, maybe I'll refer you for L2. There they will have their bracket that for L2 we can give 10 to 16 lakh. If you have given extraordinary interview, you know everything, you did not miss on anything, etc., everything went well, they'll put you for L3. L3 has 16 lakhs to 24 lakhs range. All numbers are vague, all numbers are just for example. Every company has different mechanism, every company has different uh, package criteria and the package bracket, but all of them have this practice for sure. That depends on the interview, how good you give your interview, that will definitely push your package. Clear? It has nothing to do with your certification. Just because you flaunt a certificate, you get a certificate, you're not getting any hike in your package. Your technical knowledge will get you hike.
Actually, I have a question.
Yes.
Do freshers have jobs in Azure?
Yes, you will get.
Okay.
Yes,
Okay,
guys. Anyone
but
else?
Sohel, I
yes,
have one question.
Hmm.
Sohel, what if like I'm just telling an example, okay? So as I'm working in the same platform, okay, and if there is some interview which will be going to get scheduled for me, and fortunately, if I get cleared through to that interview, okay. So now the next question is the very long notice period of 3 months, okay. So I will lose the opportunity. Definitely, nobody will be going to, wait for me for 3 months, long 3 months. So,
That is
uh,
something, guys, you'll have to manage. I mean, I've seen many 90 days also getting offer letters. So you will get one or the other company who will wait for 90 days, who have projects in pipeline. So you get first offer letter in your hand, then you resign, and then you search for another job when you are serving the notice period. First, let's get one offer letter, secure your job in market, resign from here. And when you're serving your notice period and only 30 days are pending, then start giving other interviews. And that time you look for a counter offer, you look for a hike, you look for a good company. That is one method. Another method is you prepare yourself in a better manner, in a confident manner, that you should know that even if I resign, I'm going to get a job for sure. These are the only two methods available. Nothing extra anyone can do about it. I prefer the second one. If you are sure about it, you start giving interviews before putting your resignation. Start giving interviews and you will know that, okay, now I can crack the interview. Then you put your resign, and when 45 days are pending, then you again start giving interviews.
I understand.
Okay, so coming back to this sheet, guys, let me finish this one. So I will at least be done with this email sheet. So this is the sheet. You have to update your email address. Please do this, whoever planning to pursue the course. Okay, talking about the subscription details. Now, to practice Azure will definitely require a subscription for sure. Now, what is a subscription? What is it? Don't worry. I am going to explain that in detail to every one of you. Okay, but will require some subscription. Subscription is nothing, just a platform to work. Like you have Netflix subscription, like you have Amazon subscription. Similarly, you have Azure subscription. There you're watching movies, here you're working. So what happens that Azure offers uh, a free account to every new student. They all offer it only once, by the way. Okay, you cannot have it multiple times. So they offer it only once, and it has a balance, a free balance of 200 US dollars, which is approximately 14,500 rupees in India. Okay, uh, I'm not able to open the sheet. Cannot open. That's okay. We can try it later, Ganesh. Guys, I have always encouraging, do not put messages. Unmute yourself and speak. Even if it is a non-technical question, I always encourage you to speak because I want you to speak more. The more you speak here, the better you will be at your interview. Okay. So get into a habit of speaking. Okay. If you're not able to, mic is not working or something, feel free to put the message that I'm trying to speak. It's not working. Please stop or something.
I'm
But
sorry, you are actually talking. That's the reason I didn't want to interrupt you. Sorry about that.
that's okay. We covered this already, by the way, Ganesh. Again, as you joined late, so maybe you did not hear this. So the file is not working. I already have your email address. Try it
Great,
after
thank you.
one day. If you're not able to update it,
Huh.
I'll do that.
Sure,
Okay.
thank you so
But
much.
people,
Yes,
other people who have not shared their email address with me, try to update the sheet. I'll check with the team what is happening with it, and if the location is changed, I'll ask them to let you know. But make sure that this is filled. Okay. So talking about this subscription, you guys will require. So I was saying, sorry. So I was saying that every student from Azure, they get a subscription. 14,500 rupees, Indian rupees, or US dollars, 200 US dollars. Okay. So that $200 you can utilize for your practice. What is the practice? Creating virtual network, creating machines, and whatever we are going to learn here in Azure. For that, you will definitely require subscription to get hands-on practice. In the task which assigned to you, you will require some portal. So I am not expecting all of you to buy, or it's just not buy actually, it's just a subscribe. To subscribe the free tier subscription on day one. Do not do that. Why? Two things. Let me bring it here. Okay, why not? Because that subscription has a validity of 30 days. And our classes are for 90 days. So if you take it today, After 30 days, your subscription will get over and you won't have anything to practice, right? So do not do that on day one. Second thing, that has amount of 14,000 rupees. And this amount I have never seen a single person utilizing unless they're misusing it. I'll explain it to you what is a misuse, that you create some resource, practice on that and forget, or you're lazy enough to shut it down or delete it and you just leave it. Then your money will be deleted immediately. Your money will be deducted immediately. So if you're using it wisely, properly with good instructions, I've never seen a single person utilizing this 14,000 rupees in 30 days. So what happens? 7,000 rupees are pending, 30 days are over, so you cannot utilize it. Okay, and now next 60 days, what will you do? You won't have any session to practice, you won't have any uh, portal to practice. And initially, if even if you don't have portal, it's okay, but at the last, in the middle of the class and at the last, you'll definitely require a portal. Without portal, you will not be able to see, you will not be able to practice, you will not be able to complete the homework which I give to you guys. And if you do not do those tasks, you will not be able to portray that you have worked, because in these classes I make sure that I give you the task which actually gets assigned in the real time, similar task. And I try to create an environment like that, so at the time of interview you guys will be able to speak. You should know what is a team hierarchy, how a ticket comes, what is a build sheet, etc. So I try to give you everything to you guys. But if you do not have portal, you will not be able to practice. So do not go for the subscription on day one. Okay, and do not go for the subscription on all of you together. So how I plan it, for example, this group one, I'll take any random name, and it's not necessary that I am doing that. If you guys mature enough, if you guys can discuss in group and you can do it, I'm happy with that also. But being too many people, I see that sometimes it doesn't work well. So let's say that Ijaz, I'm asking Ijaz to get a subscription first. So first thing, Ijaz will get the subscription. I'll show it to you how to rename your subscription, etc. Once we see what is a subscription. So do not worry if you don't understand it by now. Okay, this is done. Now I'm asking Ijaz to pick 5 members whom he is comfortable with, or even if there's no one knows each other, so there's no uh, question of being comfortable. And it's a good practice to work with different people. You will understand the approach, you will understand the team, how is the teamwork, how is it being shared. Okay, so let's say that I'm asking Ijaz to have Ashutosh, have Ganesh, okay, have Insha, have Ilyas, something like this. Okay, like this. And here in similar manner, maybe some other person, then 4 or 5 people with that person. So we will create 3 or 4 groups depending on the final count I get. I suggested my team not to take more than 15 people, because then it becomes easy for me to focus. Okay, but we have got many pre bono cases, so I think they are increasing number. I'm not sure about that, let's see. But whatever the number is, based on that I will divide it, and one person will purchase subscription. This will work for 30 days and all of you guys can utilize one same subscription. And once after 30 days Ijaz's subscription is over, then maybe Ijaz will come here and Ganesh will create the subscription. And similarly in this group. So this is how you guys can utilize the maximum amount, and you guys will have subscription throughout the training session. Is it clear to all?
Yes.
You understand?
One
Yes, sir.
question.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Hello.
Hello.
Yes.
Actually, do we need a prerequisite before this course, like coding or something?
Now coding is definitely not one of them. I'll come to that also, don't worry. There's not exactly prerequisite, but yes, there are some things which I expect you guys to do your self study. But as I told you, the nature of our training is very flexible. We are only doing it on Saturday, Sunday. So let's say today I do a session, tomorrow I do a session. I know what I'm going to teach you next weekend. So before that, if I
About
think that
coding,
you should
I'm
have,
asking.
no, coding definitely
It is
not.
not clear, Suhail. It's breaking a lot.
Can you guys hear me?
Now it's fine. Yeah.
Yeah, it's clear.
Okay. So Omkar, I'm not sure if Omkar's voice was clear to you guys or not. He asked if there is any prerequisite. Was this clear when I was discussing the subscription and group, etc.? Is this clear to everyone?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
So after that, Omkar asked a question that do we require any prerequisite like coding or something? So I said coding is definitely not the requirement, but yes, there are some prerequisite which I expect you to guys to read something, especially if you're coming from non-technical background, completely fresher, or if you're coming from some BPO background where you do not have any knowledge, then I expect you to read some technical topics. But what topics are those? I'm not expecting you to go ahead and search and read. I'll tell you, don't worry. So because our course, we are doing this only on weekends, so we have that liberty that I can tell you that, okay guys, next week I'm gonna teach you XYZ. So for this, please go ahead and watch these 5 videos. I'll give you the link also, do not worry. I just expect you to spend your time and study honestly. I'll give you the prerequisites also, do not worry about it. So this session is about to finish, guys. Only 1 minute is left. So let me close this session. Do you guys need a break of 5 minutes?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'll see you at 15:25, which is 3:25. You can use the same link. And now everything has been done. We'll start with the Azure directly. We'll start the technical.
Sir, can I ask you one question?
Only 1 minute is left. I will not be able to answer.
Okay.
Session will
Then
get
fine.
disconnected. We can start that in
Okay,
the
no.
next session. At
Okay, no.
then 7 minutes, 15:25. I'll see you guys. Use the same link to join.
Okay.
Okay.